Recently, their Seattle church had a concert in up in Capitol Hill, and near Discovery Park. And it near caused a riot. A lot of people got upset because they perceived that it was a Christian. They thought it was a Christian gathering, church, and there was some disturbances. Nothing, no big deal, but it was just a shock to see their presentation, their church worship. They displayed openly to show how cool they were in their music. That's all I can see about it. It was very worldly, not Christ-centered, but flesh-centered. And there was an arrest made or something, or some people were scuffling and they weren't arrested, and there was complaints from the church how they were treated with disrespect, and that the mayor of Seattle hadn't come to their aid as far as a statement of disgust at the way the Christians were treated. And they made a thing out of that and demanded that the mayor should respond to the violence that was made against them. And they don't seem to be too versed into the scriptures, because Jesus said the world will hate you. They hated me and they'll hate you. But the hatred there that I could see was just they were falsely representing the church of Christ, that body of Christ, by their worldliness and their in-your-face, not the word, but their flesh. And looked later, there was a person that was actually killed, shot on the steps of their church, one of their churches, by, I don't know who, if they ever caught the shooters, but he was a recent convert to the church, and he was shot, he was killed on the steps of the church. Now, he became some kind of a martyr for that church, and they milked that situation pretty good. But my question is, what kind of converts are they getting if they're so worldly and everything? When somebody is converted to their gospel of worldliness, is it what Jesus said? They convert to themselves twofold more the children of hell than themselves. That each generation that converts someone, they propagate a double power of deceit, delusion, strong delusion that continues on in these churches as they baptize and as they lay hands on one another and so forth. And they open their door wide to anyone that would come in. There's no sanctity, there's no separation. It's not an assembly of the body, it's an assembly of confusion. So there's no protection, there's no the sanctuary is not a sanctuary for protection from evil. Clearly, there was no barrier. When the enemy comes in like a flood, and there's no authority in place, anointed leaders, pastors, then the enemy comes in like a flood and destroys. They don't know they're being destroyed. They actually grow and increase in numbers. So what's really going on here is we are in those days that Jesus warned in Matthew 24, that many would come in his name, saying, "Lo, here's Christ." And what that means is that they are propagating, they are saying that they represent Jesus Christ, and they are his ministers. They say that, but falsely they say it, because the reality is they are deceivers. And so they have no concept of the real church, what the real church is, because it is hidden. It doesn't gather publicly, and it doesn't go into places like Capitol Hill in Seattle, and they don't cast their pearls before the swine. Neither do they give that which is holy to the dogs. And that's what they were doing when they were in that park. That's how you know they're false. False churches, false revivals, false worship, unclean, polluted sanctuaries, where the enemy comes in like a flood, and they have no clue what's going on in the spirit, because they are reprobate in the faith.